continuing to push myself forward as a portrait and headshot photographer, and that transition from event photographer. It's been a trippy journey, man. The highs and lows are definitely here. And I'm learning to ride the waves, and I'm learning when I'm at the top of a wave, snapshot that moment and make note about everything about why this is the top of the wave, why I have this crazy feeling of accomplishment, and why the work is so dope. Snapshot that, write it down, and then bake it into the baseline. So the only way I can go from there is up. And I continue to reach out to models. I continue to hone my my vision, my eye for the type of model that I want to shoot. And reaching out to Olu was a very purposeful thing. I liked his look. I think he had a very challenging look. He had a great face structure. And when I saw him, he had this big afro, but his hair was in twists, and I was like, yeah, we'll rock with the twist, right? And I personally, I would like to shoot more men. And this is probably the easy route out, right? For a few reasons. One, I don't have to worry about the weirdness of the industry. I've shot models, and I work out of my home studio, right? And I've shot models, and they've showed up with friends, and because yeah, you don't know who you can trust. And I get that. I totally understand it. And then there's things about, like, you just can't reach out and be like, ooh, can I fix that for you? Even asking, can I, like, it's touchy. With men, it kind of doesn't exist. Don't go pulling on dude's shirt, you know what I mean? But there's at least not that weird feeling of violating someone's space. And then also, usually with men, you don't got to deal with the hair. Oh man, dealing with editing hair and flyaway hairs is my nemesis. My God, my God. But yeah, reaching out to Olu was all about capturing that very intentional fashion look. And I wanted to take another stab at it with my new baseline. And my new baseline really is a one light setup. It's the preparation also toward the shoot, where it's 4 to 5 images that I'm after for my portfolio. And really it's just continuing to get my reps in, that I know what I'm doing in terms of directing the model, where I know what I'm doing in terms of what's appropriate for fashion and editorial and what's not, and just honing my vision. And really, I'm okay. I'm okay with this session. I like what I got here. My takeaway for this session was all about consistency. There is, and these are the finals we're looking at, right? There's a level of achievement I have with this session, that we only shot for about half an hour. And I think the work that I got out of this was phenomenal, and I'm very happy with it, right? I got a classic portrait that I could work with. And then I got, here's the more edgy editorial stuff. Here's the fashion stuff, right? And my lighting looks great. One light with a reflector, right? And then you see me trying something new with this photo that I've been terrified to do, which is why am I so obsessed with not having the floor or what's around the backdrop show? That's something that a lot of editorial photographers don't care about. And it's often, it lends to this feeling of rawness. And this was my first iteration trying it. And I was like, oh man, it's not that bad. It's kind of cool actually, right? Olu was great. He has great energy. He knows how to present in front of the camera. He knows how to take direction. I find working with models who've done runway and done these fashion publications, they make things very easy. And I don't want to say easy in a way that's it's disrespectful to their craft, it's disrespectful to photographers, but like they're very compatible with the mission, that it's almost like, oh, I don't have to focus on that now. I don't need to worry about this. I can just worry about the shot list, and I can just worry about those micro adjustments to build the image to get there. And I think my takeaway from this image that I'm most proud about really is just consistency. And if I look at these aren't the finals, but these are others that I delivered to him as well. So these won't be in my portfolio, but they can be there for if I'm building an editorial blog post or something. I've got some filler stuff. Um, yeah, I'm just stoked with the consistency. I love this image with the white background. I love this as well, right? Like I think I'm hitting my stride. And that's my point. Like I'm hitting my stride. Um, I'm executing on things, meaning I'm making sure that he's in frame. And I shot these with the 50 millimeter. And that's brand new for me. Usually I'll shoot with the 70 to 180, but here's a 50 millimeter. And I think I quite like the perspective of 50. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's pretty dope. But yeah, this is all. I'm super happy with this work, man, and I'm thankful to be able to work with this caliber of talent, to where it allows me to assess myself, because I'm not worrying about his poses, because I'm not worrying about the things that he's doing in relation to the goal of the shoot. I can see myself. I can know where I'm executing on and what I can do better. In terms of what I can do better, I'm perfect. No, I'm just playing around. I want to do more full body stuff. And what's starting to show here is the limitations of my studio space, because I don't have the height. My ceilings are quite low. I'm probably gonna have to start renting a studio space. And I'm okay with that, because now I know that when I get in a studio space, I'm not wasting anyone's time. I know what I'm doing. And that feeling is what's snowballing for me. It's adding to my confidence. And now I know, okay, I'm currently scouting for models. Now I know I'm looking for models that's got strong posing ability with their body. They know how to create curves and lines, and they're edgy in ways that like I can play with. I'm super excited. And in some ways, this is a very safe session for me, but it's a safe session, again, leaning on that concept of consistency. I needed to make sure I cleaned up a lot of things. I needed to make sure I'm not giving an opportunity for myself or someone else to look at the work and be like, "Ooh, you almost had it." You know what I mean? Like, this is a very soulful session for me. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Thank you for giving me your time. It is the most valuable resource that we have. And I don't take it lightly that you've shared some of it here with me today. In the description, you can find links to my portfolio, links to my Instagram, my creative portfolio, professional portfolio, affiliate links to the equipment I use to create, in all my assets of life. Yeah, and again, thank you. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.